Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. In the midst of Fall of the Hogs, our favorite screeching rodent, Just Doom, has been on quite the reputation tour. In recent days, Doom publicly denounced Roadhog following his terrible accusations toward Conspiracy. This of course sparked outrage in the pig pen. If you all remember, Roadhog absolutely hopped off the plot simultaneously to Just Doom streaming, a very public denouncement. Well, Doom has made it his life's work to stream hop more aggressively than Brandon Warrell on a Steve McRae boner tour. Never mind. He has apologized to many of the key players, and in a recent Little Red stream took to panel to answer some questions from viewers. He has also uploaded apologies to Julie Virgo and Sheller, among others. The true question is, do we believe him? I shall reserve judgment. Reminding myself the terrible words spoke to Tira Nicole that I feel are beyond apology. He has also threatened and harassed many more creators, including myself, using similar verbiage to the man-tit swine. So, it leaves any retribution questionable in my opinion. Never mind, the last 24 hours, his falling out with Jackie Sunshine has opened flood gates of public quarrel.
You say I'm apologizing for clicks and views. Wow. Wow. You say that I'm all about YouTube. Wow. Really? This coming from a woman who has been on YouTube longer than I have and still isn't monetized.
Jackie, who has long been a lying and problematic clout chaser who attempted to assist in my doxing attempt, is once again hopping from community to community. After co-signing and encouraging Roadhog for months, she is now attempting to latch onto what is left of the Tira Nicole community. Collaborating often with someone problematic fake copper, Chicago, all while continuing to pop into the chats of Roadhog to show shadowed support. Jackie Sunshine is known across communities as nothing but trouble. Her falling out with Kim and Stacy was a messy one, in which fights were had over stolen StreamYard accounts, and for near a year she has been making wild claims about real entertainment news, insisting she has a continuous protection order. Despite this being debunked several times, there is a pattern with Jackie. She will attach herself to each new creator she befriends, love bombing and promoting them, only to quietly collect information to use against them during their inevitable falling out. I am still working on my Sunshine video as her issues span across many years. Never mind, finally, do beware the presence of Brandon Warrell. A recent Roadhog stream which was meant to discuss the Steve McRae and Cheshire kerfuffle, quickly turned into a justification stream for the provably problematic false scholar. And there was Brandon to defend Steve and die on this hill. In fact, I find it quite suspicious that Roadhog and Brandon continue to be staunch supporters of Mr. McRae. It is almost as if they never stopped their support and are working toward cleanup of Steve's messes. Although, I had thought smarter of Steve than to align with the likes of these two. Never mind, speaking of the McRae, would you be shocked to know that one of the largest contributions to my denouncement of Enough is Enough was Steve? Even as a highly intelligent cat, I was fooled by the true intentions of the movement. While some creators who participated were quite unbiased in their observations of community dramas, I became increasingly aware by many of the main players that certain problematic creators were being avoided altogether. Most notably Roadhog. The movement was started around the time of many concerned community members pointing out the relationship between Steve McRae and Roadhog. In fact, Steve had paneled with and agreed with Roadhog on more than one occasion. So, it is my opinion that while some members of Enough is Enough truly believe this was a movement to help stifle some of the bullying, the two main creators of the movement also happen to be die-hard Steve fans. I followed as many of the Enough is Enough tagged videos as I was allotted time. And only one or two creators ever made mention of the blatant attacks by Roadhog on people like Suzanne. She was verbally abused by the man many times. She was also believed to be a friend of Steve McRae as well as Claire Bear. Yes, well, Claire did include Suzanne on at least one of her panels. She never made an open statement in defense of Suzanne. This was likely due to the fact that every panel I attempted to view that Claire held on her channel was nothing but Claire talking and everyone else listening. Never mind. My points being, there was much overlook of terrible behavior and total silence as long as it benefited Steve McRae. This is of course my opinion, and finally, I should like to issue an apology to Rose. It was my belief that Rose was aligning herself with certain creators solely due to her dislike for the content creator, Conspiracy. I felt this was a bold move in light of having recently left moderating for Roadhog. My initial reaction and decision was not based on her past moderation, however, as I had no issue with allowing her to be one of my moderators. As is Porkchop. However, in my own paranoia I was becoming increasingly concerned about Rose and her affiliation with certain creators and her intentions. While I do believe and hope that the kerfuffle between she and Conspiracy should be resolved, I would like to apologize for my swiftness and reaction. It was certainly not fair as her reach is limited. She is not a creator. Even I have momentary lapses in judgment. But, I should like to issue some advice to you all, my dear viewers. There is a reason I am not closely attached to anyone in any community. Aside from my robotic and emotionless nature, some of you humans recycle friendships faster than my robotic litter box sweeps the floor. Be guarded in your judgments always. Cheers.